So I'm going to show you how I put together PDF patterns. So this is a new release from Derringdo. I've never made a Derringdo pattern before, and this is the myosotosis. I have no idea how to pronounce it. Myosotis. I don't know. If anybody actually knows what that is, let me know. So the first thing you're going to want to do is to print out the test square. You can see that here. Let me zoom in a little bit. So you can see this is the test square. And you're going to want to print the test square because if you don't test the printout, you may end up scaling it incorrectly and then your whole pattern will be wrong. Now, let's crack on. Okay, now there are different ways to put together a PDF pattern. Some people will tell you, oh, I'm going out of space. Some people will tell you to just like tape it and overlap it and then draw the lines so that they connect. I don't do that. The way that I do it is I have a very specific way to do it. So I cut along the bottom and then I cut along the right hand side of each page, and that just helps to keep things non-confused. So I'll show you here. And this is the row B. I've already done row A. So that's the bottom cut off. If I compare it, you can see this one is a little bit shorter now. And then I'm going to cut up the right hand side as well. And the next page, B2, I'll do exactly the same. What I love about this Derringdo pattern is the line for the pattern is really fine. I don't like it when you get a PDF pattern and the line is quite thick, because no matter how you cut it, you end up having a little bit, normally like a millimeter or two discrepancy, and your pattern can end up being bigger. I'm actually quite a stickler for like being as accurate as possible when it comes to pattern making. Okay, I use Pritt Stick. It's a glue stick. I don't know what the US use. I haven't been there for some time, but this is what I use here in the UK. And I'm just going to glue along this section here. So the B2, let me zoom in. So I'm going to glue along this edge here, which is the overlap edge. And then I'm going to stick the other piece here to it. Line of glue. And then on the Derringdo patterns, there aren't actual notches. Sometimes you'll get notches lining up the page sections. On this, it's just a case of matching up the line overlapping. Ta-da! Perfect. And you can see that that is a perfectly matched page. See? Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing with the row that would go underneath B1 and B2. So that's C1 and C2. And again, I'm cutting along the bottom and up the right hand side. Yeah, that's right. Moment of questioning myself then. So the one thing I would say about these Derringdo patterns, the containing squares around the pattern areas seem to be quite small. There's an awful lot of wastage, which I hate. I hate wasted paper. I need to cut up the right hand side. It's a good idea not to talk at the same time that you're cutting, because you'll get confused like me. So I'll take my glue stick. I'm going to glue along this one line, like so. So I'm now going to connect C1 to C2. Again, perfect. And now you can see, this was the first row I created, this is the second. And you can see that I've got a section here, this line. So this is now the overlap of the top row on top of the lower row. So I'm going to place B, this is B, B1, B2, on top of C1, C2, so it connects like that. Just make sure you're matching up all the key lines. There we go. So now you can see that I have a page created, and this is actually the sleeve cap here, and the underarm point here and here, and this would be the underarm seam. Okay, I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, please let me know.